Chapter 12. Your Song. Shannon and Lucia's fighting is worse than ever, even as their shared bachelorette party. And now they've caught you eavesdropping. Shannon, Lucia, fancy meeting you here. I was just... Lennox, hi. How'd the scavenger hunt go? Is she really gonna pretend nothing just happened? I guess I should be following her lead. It was great. It was a lot of fun. Darian and I lost to Benny and Aaron, but I think we all knew who the real winners are. Benny and Aaron? Well, yes. Lucia laughs, shaking her head. Glad to see it was a good time. I'm gonna head back to the party. You watch in disbelief as she flits off as if everything's totally normal. She hadn't just threatened her fiancé to potentially leave him right before their wedding. Then you remember you were here for a specific job to get booze, and open your mouth to mumble your excuse to Shannon, head to the bar. But Shannon grabbed your arm. I need to talk to you. Now. Shannon's tight grip and intense gaze sends a shiver down your spine. You're not sure you want to hear what he has to say. No, scratch that. You know you don't. I can't right now. I told Benny I'd grab more booze for the party, and I really need to get back. You shrug Shannon off and make your way to the bar, your heart racing with fear. I really, really hope Shannon doesn't have feelings for me. All I want is for him and Lucia to be happy, and Lucia loves him so much. Besides, I have Darian now. I couldn't be less interested in Shannon. You rejoin the others with liquor in hand, passing it off to Benny before rejoining Darian on the couch. Took you long enough. You ignore her, too upset by your almost conversation with Shannon, and curl into Darian's side. You okay? You look rattled. Totally fine. Just took a little longer than I was expecting. But when you glance over at Lucia, you can see she isn't faking happy nearly as convincing as you are, her face drawn. Ellie must notice the same, because she approaches you and gently takes your elbow, pulling you off to the corner for a quiet sidebar. She looks so unhappy. We've got to come up with some way to cheer her up. You rack your brain, looking around when, duh. This is a karaoke party. Why don't we do a goofy group song? Kick off a group song. Ellie smiles and claps for attention as you take center stage and make the announcement. Alrighty, y'all. We're gonna band together for the greatest performance this karaoke bar has ever seen. There was some good-natured groans from the wedding party, and one less good-natured one from Benny, but Lucia's smile lights up her face, and that's all that matters. Let's do a dance hit. Everyone starts bouncing, just a little, though you can tell Darian doesn't even realize he's doing it. I see you all dancing. Now, who's gonna come up and sing? I will. Ellie jumps up to join you, and Nico right behind. But the others just laugh and groan. The rest of the wedding party joins in soon enough, and you crook your finger at Lucia, beckoning her to join you. I can't sing, and you... No, I can't sing. You don't have to be able to sing, you're the bride. You pull her up off the couch, and in no time she's singing and laughing along with the rest of them. Ellie playfully piles on the dramatics, and you spin Lucia around the floor to the music. Even Benny's getting into it, which only makes Lucia smile wider. Benny, who knew? What can I say? It's a good song. You're inclined to agree. It's also a romantic one, and you can't help gravitating towards Darian as the song builds to its romantic duet portion. Darian gives your hand a squeeze, and you turn to see him smiling softly at you as he sings. Quietly and privately. The look in his eyes is so affectionate you can't help melting a little as you meet his gaze. While the others sing at full volume, you drop your voice to be heard only by an audience of one, your hand on your heart. As you sing to each other, the rest of the room fades away, leaving you focused only on each other. You barely even notice when the song comes to a close until you hear everyone applauding Darian in your direction. I guess it was a good song choice. Guess so. By the time the music cuts out, you're all laughing and feeling much lighter than before. That was truly beautiful, you two. Put the rest of our talents to shame. You laugh good-naturedly along with everyone and refill your champagne flute, then everyone else's as well. I'd like to make a toast to love. The thing bringing us all together, and the best thing there is. Hear, hear. The wedding party is all smiles as they chat and enjoy their drinks. Out of the corner of your eye, you see Nico get up and move towards the mic to kick off his first solo song. You give him a thumbs up and Lucia rests her chin on your shoulder. Thank you for always knowing how to make me smile, Lennox. I appreciate you so much. You give her knee a quick, affectionate squeeze. I appreciate you too, Lucia. More than I can say. I just want you to have a great night. She smiles warmly, looking more like her old self than she has in a while. I know I'm getting married to the love of my life, but you really are my best friend. In a way, you're my soulmate too. Interesting. Your heart fills with warmth and you wrap one arm around Lucia as the two of you watch Nico slay. Soulmate friend. Interesting. Never heard of that or thought of that. As the party rolls on, you do your best to avoid being alone with Shannon, but he doesn't make it easy. Lennox, I really need to talk to you. Oh, my song's up next. Fine. Then how about afterwards? Sorry, I really have to pee. After that? Hey, Shan. You're relieved when Aaron slides into your conversation, Nico right behind him. We got this, Lennox. You give them both grateful smiles, and Nico slings an arm around Shannon's shoulders. I think everyone's starting to read the room about Shannon. Let's get back to the party, shall we? How about the three of us sing something together? I don't want a party. I want to have a conversation with my friend here. The smell of alcohol wafts over you, and you realize he's even drunker than you thought. Even Nico and Aaron seem surprised at Shannon's stubbornness. The four of you stand in an awkward impasse when suddenly a fifth face joins the group. What's the problem here? Darian, Shannon's had one too many. Color me surprised, are you okay? I'm fine, thank you. No, I'm fine, and I need to talk to you. No one asked if you're fine or not, dude. Sit down before I put you down. He swivels heatedly towards Darian. And before you think of getting in the way, don't. There are important things she needs to know. Part of you wants to know exactly what's on Shannon's mind, but just because you don't want to have the conversation doesn't mean it's not eating at you. But now is not the right time. Shannon is not in the right headspace for anything. Shannon, seriously, let's go. Chill. You can talk to Lennox when you sobered up. Anyway, we're all here to have fun and celebrate you and Lucia, so let's go do that. As the two of them try to convince Shannon to rejoin the party, you feel your heart racing. This whole night is just too much. Nico and Aaron keep Shannon busy. You rush off to the restroom to get some much-needed space, but you're only there a few moments when the door swings open, and you suck in a breath afraid Shannon followed you. Thankfully, it's not Shannon, but Darian, who immediately pulls you into his arms. Hey, you okay? Did Shannon do something to hurt you? No, he would never. I don't think. Even saying I don't think means you're unsure. I'm just worried that Lucia's mother's right and I'm gonna somehow ruin her wedding just by existing. Darian gives you a warm hug and you melt into his embrace, so grateful for how safe and content you feel in his arms. You couldn't ruin anything if you tried, Lennox. You make everything better just by existing. You're sweet, but I don't know about that. I'm starting to think I should just have come in the first place. Hey. He places a hand on your chin and directs your gaze to his. If you hadn't come, you'd never have met me, and that would have been a damn tragedy. Well, that is true. Seriously, you've made my life so much better in just a short time since we met on the plane. There are so many things I adore and admire about you. Hell, I'm more than happy to list them if you'll let me. Some sexy therapeutic alone time with Darian sounds like exactly what I need. My dude never changes his shirt or shorts, and I think someone at Pixelberry is taking a shot at me. Seriously, I usually wear about the same that he wears. Shorts and just muscle tops. Like, I'm serious. They're comfortable. What else am I gonna wear? Darian cups your cheek. Like other love interests in other books, we always change our outfits. This guy, same shit for how many chapters now? First up, let's get you relaxed. Take some deep breaths. You breathe in and out slowly while Darian's capable hands gently massage your shoulders. You're just feeling your breathing slow when you hear his sexy voice whispering in your ear. You are strong. You smell amazing. And you're hot as hell. He nips your earlobe and then slides his tongue along the shell of your ear, making you shiver. I love how adventurous you are, how you're up for so many things, like making a romance pact with a stranger on an airplane. You laugh lowly at that, but the way he's stroking your skin now, and you can only half focus on his wonderful words, especially when he starts punctuating them with kisses. And you're sweet. Kiss. Protective. And you'll do anything for the people you love. You hadn't even realized you'd been bracing yourself on the bathroom counter, gripping the marble tight until Darian covers your hands with his. How's that for a start? It's good, but I want more. Is that so, greedy girl? You want me to tell you that I can't even think about you without smiling, that you've made this an incredible week? That you taste so good, I never want to stop kissing you? I do want you to tell me all that, yeah. He laughs huskily in your ear, sending a shiver down your spine. Just being in Darian's presence makes you feel a million times better already, especially in close quarters with his scent, his skin, his voice. You really do make everything better, you know that? Turning to face him, you cup his face in your hands, looking him square in the eye. You should also know there are a hell of a lot of things that I like about you. You're sweeter than people realize. I've always said I am underrated. I strongly disagree, but that just means I get more time alone with you. You'll never see me complaining about that. He leans over to give you a tender kiss, but before you can deepen it, he pulls back. I appreciate the sentiment, Lennox, but this is all about you and making you feel better. Just sit back and let me take care of you. But no, you know what? That sounds great. I have the perfect idea for how you can do that. You yank him by the collar, pressing your mouth to his, and this time, there's no pulling away. His tongue strokes yours as if you'll have all the time in the world, teeth nipping at your lips and throat as he continues his list. Have I mentioned how much I love your body? How good your ass looks in both jeans and out of them? I don't think that comes up nearly enough. So sorry, that's my mistake. He drops a trail of hot kisses along your jawline before capturing your mouth again. Know what else I like? Let me guess. Me without a top on. However, did you guess? Not exactly subtle. He smiles against your lips as he tugs aside the fabric covering your chest, your skin tingling under his fingertips. No? Oh, guess I'll need to work harder then. He works at your clothing until your breasts are bare to his caresses, teasing you until you shudder with wonder. Between murmuring in your ear, between kisses, touches, you're writhing against his body, desperately seeking relief. He lets you know just how much he loves your gorgeous eyes, your smooth skin, and the way you do that thing with your tongue. I had no idea you were so eloquent. That's because you're usually rendering me speechless. Well played. Oh, just wait, I can play you much, much better than that. He swallows your gasp as one of his delicious hands slips between your thighs and strokes through your clothes. Yep. We did a quick thing. Once he's wrung every last drop of pleasure from your body, Darian gathers you to his chest, facing you both towards the mirror. Look at that absolutely dazzling couple. How could you ever wish for anything that wouldn't allow us to have met? Your breath hitches in your throat as you think about it. The timeline in which you didn't come to the wedding and so never met. It's painful to imagine. You're just so happy to have someone who's so good at cheering you up. You throw your arms around his neck and pull him close. Thank you for being so wonderful. You're absolutely right. I can't imagine a universe in which we hadn't met, and I don't want to. He lifts your wrist to his lips and kisses the sensitive skin on your underside. I'm here for you, Lennox, always and no matter what. As you snuggle into him one last time, before you know you have to head back to the party, it strikes you. There are only 2 days left in this wedding extravaganza, just 3 days until you're back in Austin, and once you are, you and Darian will finally be able to pursue this relationship for real. When you return to the party, you're relieved to see Ellie and Nico are keeping the party alive. All by myself anymore. You lean over to whisper in Darian's ear. So this is what we've been missing, huh? Are you jealous as I am? Despite your teasing, the two of you cheer on Ellie and Nico along with everyone else, and when they finish their terrible duet, it's met with thunderous applause. That's supposed to be the fun of karaoke. It doesn't matter if you can sing or not, as long as you aren't breaking glass with your voice, you'll be fine. You expect them to step away from the mics, but instead, Ellie turns to Darian. Hey, bro, join me for a duet? Darian glances sideways at you and you smile encouragingly. This could be a really good opportunity for him to bond with Ellie. Finally, hesitantly, Darian goes up to join her. What should we sing? I generally leave the performing to the professionals, so you pick. How about we let Lennox choose? Fine with me. I trust she won't pick anything absolutely humiliating. Right, Lennox? Pick something neither would pick. You make your selection, and it's country music. Ellie and Darian both nod in recognition at the well-known country song, and start in completely different keys. I'm not even sure which one of them is off. I think it might be both. I think I have to murder you for making me listen to this. Well, this is not what I had in mind. It's karaoke. It's called fun. After the weirdness of the duet, the applause is more like a golf clap. You're not sure what to say to Darian, but turns out it doesn't matter because he heads off for a drink immediately. You contemplate following him, but then you take a quick glance at Ellie, who looks so disappointed. You head over to her instead. You okay? Yeah, it was me. Everything's my fault. She sighs, her shoulders slumping. She doesn't look okay at all. I selfishly pushed Shannon to add Darian to the wedding party, so I'd have more excuses to talk to him. I just always wanted to be closer with Darian, and I thought if we just spent more time together this week. Anyway, it feels like he's been blocking every one of my attempts, and I'm not sure how many more I have left in me. The guy literally just got up and sang karaoke with you for shits and giggles, but okay. Poor Ellie and poor Darian. Who could use a sibling in his corner if only he knew how much Ellie cares? Maybe I can make sure he knows and bring the two of them closer once and for all. Hang for family bonding. Stay classy, Pixelberry. You know what? Why don't we go find Darian together? He won't block your bonding attempts if I'm there. I don't think he will anyway. Really? Oh, I'd appreciate that so much. You go on the hunt for him together and eventually find him hanging out in an empty game room nearby. Hey, mind if we join you? Darian glances hesitantly at Ellie, but quickly fixes a smile on his face. Sure, what do you want to play? You glance around the room and gaze, eventually landing on a dartboard, and you get a brilliant idea. How about darts? The two of you against me? Great idea. Darian gives you an I know what you're doing look, but it isn't mad. You return it with a sweet smile. Lennox, since you're flying solo, you should get to go first. You nod and take a dart, lining up to take your shot. Listen, I'll go easy on you. No, I won't. You pretend... I'm serious. You pretend to be lining up your shot, but really, you're glancing at Darian and his sister out of the corner of your eye. Then you let it fly and see it go wide into a black ring outside the target. Oh, whoops. No point for me, I guess. I think we can both beat that pretty easily, don't you, Ellie? Oh yeah, we got this. Darian, you take it. You and Ellie watch Darian take a spot at the line, and you're not surprised at all when he lands a skillful shot in the ring worth triple the points. Oh wow, nice job. He ducks his head, clearly embarrassed by his sister's praise. Things grow quiet as you take your next shot, which lands right near your first, and continues to drag as Ellie picks up a dart. I gotta amp up bonding somehow. Maybe if I talk Ellie up to Darian? Darian, did you know Ellie loves to go to concerts? I know you're not exactly, don't have the same taste in music, but I bet you'd be surprised at how much she knows about it. Oh yeah? Well, it's not like I work in it professionally or anything, but I actually love music documentaries. They give you so much insight. They really do. I love hearing how unexpected collaborations happen, or behind-the-scenes stuff I wouldn't have guessed about a tour. Oh my gosh, did you see the totally wild one about... Oh yeah. The whole thing about the recording being locked in a car, and how it made them look at acoustics totally differently? It was fascinating. I wouldn't say my jaw drops, but sure. Drops as you watch them go back and forth, finishing each other's sentences without even realizing it. You knew the two of them had some stuff in common, but this is going better than you dared to dream. At least until Ellie flubs her throat and her face falls. Come on, Darian, say something comforting. I can see that you want to. But Darian nods at you that it's your turn and your heart sinks. You know if it had been you that flubbed, you'd get either comforting or teasing. It's clear, though, that Darian and Ellie still don't know how to navigate life's little bumps, especially with all those big ones in the way. Maybe I can work on that, too. Hey, Darian, tell Ellie about bonding with the locals when our car broke down. He shoots you another pointed look and sighs, but he launches into it anyway. It turns out Greek fluency is pretty useful, especially when your crappy rental car breaks down. Oh no! But you know how the locals are, friendly, ready to help. So I rustled, yeah, don't come to America if you want that. So I rustled some up and we pushed the car to a mechanic. The look on Lennox's face when I returned to the car with Stavros and Costas was priceless. I had no idea what Darian was planning, but I swear in 2 seconds it was like they all had known each other their whole lives. I could never have done that. Ellie looks suitably impressed, and Darian smiles surprisingly bashful. Well, what do you know? Guess there are some charm and charisma in there after all. Shh! Don't let the word get out. Don't worry, Shannon would never believe me anyway. They both laugh, the mood feeling lighter than it has the entire week, and your heart flip-flops with joy in your chest. Hey, Lennox, it's your turn. He nods towards the dartboard. You realize you'd forgotten how to speak and also play. You quickly recover and hit a decently respectable shot. See that, Ellie? That's what happens when you actually aim at the dartboard. Oh, hush. Well, look at you two, acting like actual siblings. Darian and Ellie exchange a sheepish but fond glance before turning back to you. I really just have to thank you, Lennox, for being so supportive of Darian. I'm so glad the two of you are together. Me too, Ellie. Me too. Return to the party, where Nico performs joyfully on stage with Benny and waves her phone in the air like a lighter. The room is otherwise empty. Even Lucia's gone. You sink onto the couch next to Benny. Where is everybody? Aaron drags Shannon to get some water. Lucia's getting some fresh air on the patio. That doesn't sound great. It probably isn't, no. You dust yourself off and hurry to the patio, leaving Nico and Brittany behind as you search for Lucia. And find her on the verge of tears. Oh, Lucia. Crying at her own bachelorette party. I hate this. I swear I can break every single limb of Shannon's. I'll do it. The music waves outside, loud and clear. Nico's surprisingly impressive falsetto ringing out, lending a moment of levity to the situation. You both smile quickly, sinks back to frowns as you take a seat next to your best friend and let her head rest on your shoulder. You sure you want to sit out here? You're missing Nico putting on an entire show inside. I know. I just need a minute. She points up at a window to your private karaoke room. At least I'm not missing any of this glorious performance. You crack a smile at that, but it's hard to feel any happiness when she's so miserable. Lucia. Did something new happen? Oh, you know, just more of the same. Unless you count Shannon's being obsessed with talking to you. I'm sorry, I have no idea what that's about. Me neither, but I'm trying to put a stop to it. Shannon needs to focus on you and stop interfering with me and Darian. It's ridiculous already. I don't understand how this happened. It's like Shannon's become some angry, irritable person overnight that I don't even recognize. I know there are so many things I loved about him, but it's like I don't know where they all went. Wrapping an arm around her shoulders, your heart breaking as you listen to the misery in her voice. I'm so sorry this is happening. I don't understand it either. I never would have set you up with him if I knew he had the capacity to be this guy. The more you talk about it, the angrier you get. You specifically set the two of them up because you thought so highly of them both. He really was an amazing boyfriend to me. Even if we weren't a great fit, I thought for sure he'd be one for Lucy as well. To know that he could be such a jerk to my best friend. I definitely wasn't wrong about Lucia, but maybe I was wrong about Shannon. If he ruins her happiness, I'll never forgive him. You gave Lucy a quick squeeze around the shoulders before standing up. I'm gonna fix this. I promise. I don't think you can, Lennox. Watch me. Without another glance back, you storm inside. Hopefully Shannon's had a long enough water break, because ready or not, he's about to face your wrath. It takes a minute to track him down, but you find him with Aaron in a small lounge adjacent to the main room. You storm over and fix your glare on him. You can go back to the party, Aaron. I'll talk to Shannon. Aaron scurries back, clearly eager to leave this mess behind. You wanted to talk so badly, Shan? Fine, I'm here. What is it you have to say? He seems to realize you won't be sitting, and he rises slowly, stumbling a little as he stands. Thank you. I really do need to talk. I know I've been a mess all week, and I can't help it. It's hard to keep my head on straight. It just want everyone to be happy, but that's not going to happen as long as you're dating Darian. Shannon, you can't tell me what to do. I know that, and I'm not trying to. You know what I think about Darian, and I don't trust his intentions with you for a minute. I wish you'd listen to me on that. Well, I'm not going to, which you know, so stop trying. I know I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you how I feel. Oh, no, absolutely not. No, Shannon, you can't. You are engaged to Lucia, my best friend, remember? You're marrying her in 2 days. You and I are over. I don't really care how you feel about me, because you're not my boyfriend anymore. His face falls, and after a few beats, you realize the main lounge has gone completely eerily quiet. You turn slowly towards the door, afraid of what you might see when Benny comes bursting in, a stunned look on her face. Lennox, You've never seen Binny at a loss for words before, but when she swallows deeply and pulls you aside, you realize whatever she has to say is bad. What is it? The two of you. Everyone could hear you. We all heard every single word, including Darian and Lucia. At the same time, you and Shannon look down in horror at his pocket, where you simultaneously realize he had a karaoke mic this entire time, and it was on. You rush into the main lounge to see both Lucy and Darian staring at you, confusion and hurt in their eyes. Lucia. I can't believe you. Either of you. You reach out towards her, but she runs off before you can even attempt to smooth things over. Oh god, did I just make her cry at her own bachelorette party? Your heart crushed. You know you have to go after her, but first you turn to Darian. Darian, please help me go after her. But Darian just looks back at you, eyes full of disappointment. Just then, like Lucia, he shakes his head and walks away. What in the holy hell? What? Okay. What? Alright. First and foremost, please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you did enjoy the content. I swear my brain is just... It's like it wants to play leapfrog with words as of late, and I'm just going deep, 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 and then I slip. Anyway. So could you explain to me what the hell just happened? Like, we confronted him, we're like, no, we're with Darian, what you have to say doesn't matter, you're marrying Lucy in 2 days. Like, I'm replaying it in my mind, and I'm going, why would people be upset? Unless he turned it on, like, right at a certain point, but then, again, I'm replaying it in my mind, and I don't get it. Again, well, I guess we'll see in chapter 13 next week, so... I just roll my eyes at this stuff anymore because it's just pointless drama. It really, truly is. Other than that, let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching. Catch you all in the next video. Peace out.